Hey folks, welcome to Guitar Daily. It's Nick Granville coming to you from Wellington, New Zealand. So today I thought about talk about some pentatonic patterns that I use. These are sort of ideas that I use as sort of springboards. They're kind of like licks, but they're not really. They're really just a pattern. The good thing about patterns is once we kind of, our ear latches onto a pattern, we kind of know what's going to come next. So they have like a predictability about them, but in a good kind of way because you know, people will follow through with your idea because they know where it's going to go. So here's the first one. We're going to do these all in G minor. So I'm assuming that you know all 5 shapes. And the whole point of this stuff, it's not beginner level stuff because the idea is it's beyond pentatonic. There's a whole series I'm doing this week on Guitar Daily. The idea being that we're going forward. So shape 1, 2. I assume you know all these. If you don't, you need to know them. 4, 5. So I'd suggest learning that and learning it well before you do any of this if you don't know that already. The shapes are on the internet. You can slow down this video. You can go over that part over and over, however you get there. So first one, I'm going to call this string skipping. So we start, let's play the E string and we play the 2 notes there. Then we jump up to the D string, so we skip the A. And then we go back to the A string. And then up to the G. Back to the D. Up to the B. Up to the G. What you get is, of course we can do these backwards. And do it with all the shapes. So on and so on, right? That's a really good one. We'll call that number 1. So number 2, groups of 4. You might have seen this one before. So 4 notes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in terms of the notes, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to be honest, I don't play them all as like this in groups. Like what I'll do is I'll just play like a little portion of it. Maybe I'll go, put a bend on that, or I'll go, just even a couple of notes of that. You know what I mean? It's sort of an idea of kind of how to adapt your phrasing. Okay, so this is what I'd call 6th or 7th, depends on which one you're in, but we'll call it 6/7 for now. This is the 3rd one. In this case, I'm going to up to the 7th, but yeah, it would be the 6th in the next note. So that'd be a 7th, 6th in that case, but that one's a 7th. But just think of it as we're going to go from here to here. Really good sound. We can do, so that's all doing it with positions, but we can also do it along one string too, or any set of strings. Right, you get the idea, right? That's a really good pattern to do as well. So the next one, number 4, I'd say is kind of along the same lines, but this time we're doing 4ths instead of 7ths or 6ths. So it's going to end up with that. Now, in the same way, we end up with a 3rd. So this could be 4ths and 3rds or 4ths and whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe we could think of that as a flat 4. And then so I can do it this direction and this direction, and that's a really good pattern to use as well. And again, I don't play just up and down this stuff. I'll maybe grab a little portion of it. Could be in the middle of a lick, it could be at a phrase, it could be at the beginning, the end, wherever. Maybe I'll just grab a little portion, maybe I'll lead into a bent note, whatever, however it goes. And this is the 5th one. This is a cool one. pattern I use quite a bit. This is 1-5-3-7-1. Don't worry too much about the formula. Once you get the pattern, you'll know it. 1-5-3-7-1. Right, 1-5-3-7-1. And then let's move it up to the next shape. So it would be 1-5-9 in this case, because that fits the scale, and then 6 instead of 7 because that fits the scale, and 1. This is why I said it doesn't really matter too much about knowing the formula, just think of the shape. And then we can move it up again. In that case it'd be 1-5-9-7-1, so it's changed again. And then takes us back to the beginning. We can do it anywhere too. It doesn't just have to be in that octave. It could be 1-5-3-7-1. So instead of going up to that one, because now the B string is much more difficult, and so on, right? And that's again another good pattern. Now what I'd urge you to do if you want to take this stuff further is start doing your own patterns, right? These are just a couple that I've sort of come up with that I use kind of regularly, but come up with your own ones. And if you come up with your own ones, what you'll find is you're really developing this your knowledge of the pentatonic, you're improvising and kind of preparing for using this stuff in real musical situations, because this is not real music, this is just exercises, right? But exercises in terms of developing our ear, our knowledge, how deep we go with this stuff. That's what we want, right? Hey, look, if you found this useful, please subscribe, please like, drop me a comment below and let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them if I can. Yeah, share it with other people, all that kind of stuff. Buy me a coffee's link below. Otherwise, I'm here every day. I'm doing this for Guitar Daily on YouTube. It's my daily kind of vlog, if you will, kind of music stuff based on what I do. So this is kind of based off what I do, which is, pro musician. So I do some teaching, I do a lot of gigs, a lot of session work. Yeah, so I kind of take you behind the scenes with a lot of stuff that I do. And so if you like it, please subscribe. Thanks very much.